G'day, Spice Legends. Welcome to Burner Bites Down Under, the hottest show down under. Spice Legends, if you're just joining us today, we are here and we're about to interview the Victorian Chili Champ of 2026, Mean Gene. Oh, I'm about to say the man. It's not the man, it's the woman. Oh, yeah, the woman, the myth, the legend. It is Mean Gene, the chili eating machine. All right, Mean Gene, how you doing, legend? All the way from Victoria, Melbourne. Is it Melbourne? Is that where you're at?
Yep, Melbourne. Hi, Phil. Hi,
Awesome,
everyone.
mate. Awesome. G'day, g'day. And so, Mean Gene, you've come out of a weapon of a comp to earn your spot in the national comp, defeating the previous champion, Vince. But 2 years ago, you were nipping at the heels of Gabby, and honestly, a lot of people thought that Gabby was like indestructible, invincible, undefeatable kind of thing, and you really rocked the boat there, and people were like, "Oh, what's happening here?" Like they just sort of they didn't know what to think or feel, mate. Can you talk us through that moment then, and then it seems like you had like a break in between, and then you've come back for vengeance again. Can you talk us through that a bit, mate?
Yeah, so my first time did the competition in 2024, and I lost to Gabby. She's so amazing, very strong competitor. And I had a great time. I didn't know what to expect that time, so it just come see what happened, and it was awesome. 2025, I did enjoy it because I was overseas. So this year I came back, and yeah, it's awesome. It's really
Absolutely, yeah,
interesting.
mate. You absolutely dominated that competition. It was wild. It was wild to watch, because last year everyone like cheered on Vince, and you're like, and he was like the man. And then this year they were booing him because they were like cheering you on. And like there was actually one point where you guys were just going Reaper after Reaper after Reaper, just so many Carolina Reapers. There was one point where the chili competition organizers, the guys from Melbourne Hot Sauce and Yeti, the MC and the organizer, had a chat with each other, going, "We're going to run out of chili soon. What's happening here? Like, are
That's
we are
true. Yeah.
we delving into a territory where these guys might like, it might be hazardous for their health? Like, we might have to take them to hospital. What do we do here? And it was just so strange to see not only you push Vince so far, but at the same time, this parallel of seeing you so unaffected, right? I remember seeing Vince. He's trying to put the chili to his mouth, and he's like, "Oh," and he's like shaking his hands. And meanwhile, they've got all these chili kebabs, and they put them on like what look like sort of satay skewers, like 6 chilies at a time. And you've like grabbed some of those sticks, and you're like eating the chilies like with chopsticks, man. And I'm going, this is completely unaffected. What was going through your mind at that point? Like, that is wild, mate.
Yeah. Well, I have to say first is you guys so creative with all the chili combinations of the chili sauce and one chili in a chili 3 times or something crazy in a
Oh, like
skewers.
the turducken kind of thing. Yeah, the
I know,
turducken.
and
That was pretty good.
spraying the pepper spray on some of the route. I have that too. Um, and yeah,
Oh,
it's
the
just
snake.
getting very
Yeah, that one's
interesting, very
nasty.
hot. Um, yeah, because Vince was next to me, I didn't see what's going on his side. I just trying to finish my chili as it's go.
Mm.
But yeah, I have to say he's very tough competitor as well, because we went on so many routes at the end, and both of us got so full
Mm.
to the point that I
Absolutely.
felt
Yeah.
like it's just like how in 2024 when me and Gabby keep eating until I got too full and I couldn't
Yeah.
handle any more chili, and I can feel that Gabby could eat more. So that's
Mm.
why I just gave up that year. But this year I didn't eat before the competition, so I have
Right.
more space in my stomach. So I feel like I had more to st- stuff in my stomach when have the last ride with Vince. So I think that's the reason why I could go that far.
That's an interesting thing because like a lot of chili competitors will absolutely swear by they do this thing called prepping where they put food in their stomach before, but what worked for you was not putting food in your stomach. Can you tell us the reason why that is? Because look, the main reason why people put stuff in the stomach is so that the stomach doesn't hurt, mate. But it sounds like you've got either some sort of immunity or you're just that much tougher mentally, or what is your secret? Are we allowed to know what the
Yeah,
mean?
I think I born with a bit of stronger stomach and um, tolerance to chili.
Mm, mm,
So, but I didn't know because I never eat that much chili before. So the first time I joined the competition, I was worried for my stomach. So
mm.
I ate before the competition. I ate
Right.
um, before the first round, and then we had a
Yeah.
break. So I had lunch, and then I come to the final, where it come to the point that I couldn't eat more because it also you also eat like chicken.
Mm,
Um, this 2025 we don't have any chicken, so
mm,
it's turned out good for me. So I learned from that because the year before I feel fine with my stomach. So this year my strategy is to keep my stomach empty so I can eat more and so I
mm.
can hold it longer to the end.
Absolutely. Because like that was what I was watching with the 2024 comp was that the only thing that seemed to slow you down was your ability to fit all it in. And basically, like that was you were nipping at Gabby's heels. You were so close. And a lot of people have seen Gabby and they know who she is. And like again, like she seemed just completely invincible, completely invulnerable. If she's immune to
She's awesome.
capsaicin, she says she doesn't feel it, doesn't taste it. All she could taste is capsicum, like not capsaicin at all, which is that's a frightening combo to go against, And but you just went there fearless, and you were right there, and you were only defeated by your ability of how much you could hold in your stomach. So, like you're saying there, this year your strategy is to go in with an empty stomach. But for those at home that are watching, they're going, "What is this madness? This girl wants to go in with nothing." Like we were talking a little bit backstage, and you said that you're not quite immune to chili. You sort of have like a delay or something that you don't really feel it until a little bit later. Is that right? Can you talk us through that a bit?
Yeah, so because I discovering this myself through this competition as well, because as I say, I don't really have chili that much in my daily food. So what happened this route is when I eat at the first few routes, it's fine. Like I can tolerate it, but at
Mm.
the end, when we keep eating the Carolina Reapers,
Oh, Carolina Reapers. Yep,
Carolina Reapers,
that's right.
and I eat so many at one time, and I could feel it build up in my throat eventually.
Mm.
Like I can
Yeah.
feel like this minty kind of heat, but
Mm.
it's really tolerable for me.
Okay. So yeah, it just so you feel like you've got a slight advantage where you don't feel the heat or the burn or the intensity as much. Is that what you're saying there?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
it's not
that's
like
very handy to have in this time.
painful.
Yeah.
I when I observe other contestants, like they have to go through the pain. I don't think I have to um, I don't go through the same like sensation like them, but I do feel the heat there in the chili
Mm.
at you know later on in the competition.
Okay. Awesome. So look, I know a lot of people are going to ask you this question, so I thought I may as well ask it for you. So Mean Gene, where did the name come from? Because, like, no offense, mate, but you look absolutely adorable and cute. You look like a little cute teddy bear or something. Where does Mean Gene come from? Because you don't seem very like a very
Oh,
mean person. What's the story with that?
it's the first competition. I think it's very funny. I think Yeti came up with that
Oh, Yeti,
name.
the MC. Yeah, Tim
Um,
Skyfall. Yep.
and it's yeah, I thought it's funny because it's rhymed really well, and he adding the the chili eating
Oh
machine.
yeah, Mean
Another.
Gene, the chili eating
It's
machine.
very funny. I
Yeah,
think it's very funny.
what a
I love it.
name. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to say
Yeah.
that on the microphone. Unreal.
Yeah. 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 Pretty proud
And
with
so,
that
where did that
name
come from?
actually.
Where did Mean Gene come from? Like what?
Uh,
Where? Like so, Yeti came up with it, or like where did you come up with the
I
Gene
think
part?
I
Like,
think I think Yeti come up with it.
yeah,
We just
because like
yeah,
for those
we
at home,
sing
like
it on
obviously
the.
not. Yeah, sorry, but no, those at home, no offense, but like obviously your name is not that, and like I would love to say Gene's name, but
Yeah.
I'm not great with some foreign names, and I would absolutely do it a disservice. So I don't want to disservice you by saying and pronouncing your name wrong and absolutely butchering it. So we're just calling it
That's all
Mean
right.
Gene for now, and I hope you're not offended by that, but
No, that's all
yeah,
right. So
I just don't want
so
to get your
Jean
name wrong.
actually Jean is my I known by English name Jean. I use this name at school, at work, so everyone know me by this name. And when I enter the competition, I also register as Jean. Therefore, Yeti just add up to my existing name.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
absolutely, yeah.
you can
Um,
call me Jean. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, little slightly easier because like I remember seeing your name, I was like, wow, that's a
I
mouthful.
know it's a
Uh,
long one, right?
yeah, exactly. So look, you said you're not a huge chili head off competitions. How often would you be eating chili in your regular diet when you're not competing
um,
or not training or whatnot?
so my background is Vietnamese,
Yep, yep.
and in our cuisine we don't add a lot of spices or chilies in it. Very like a lot of veggies, very mild taste, and like you can see a bit of like chili in banh mi
Oh, the
sometimes,
banh mi's,
but
yeah,
that's
nice.
it.
Yep, yep.
Or spicy noodle soup, but that's it. I don't have it as intense as other food, I guess. So yeah, coming to this competition, it's I think it's the only occasion that I eat that many chili, or you know, choose to eat chili as a snack, I guess. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can say that, but
No,
yeah.
that's right. No, that's fine. So that being said, like, because you're quite strong competitor with Chile and whatnot. Is any of your family members or any other family like as good with Chile or tolerant as much as you, or anywhere near the direction of you, mate?
Surprisingly, I think all of my family member except me, they can well, they eat chili, but not the tolerance is not as high. But we always have a bit chili um, in if you eat banh mi. If anyone asks, "Do you want chili in it?" They say yes. So yeah, it's I would say normal amount.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough because it was really funny. I remember I went to the market somewhere in Melbourne while I was down there, and this guy's like, "Oh, I got a banh mi roll myself." Actually, I think it was. And I love a bit of Vietnamese. I love all kind of Asian foods and stuff like that. And I've got this spicy banh mi, and the guy's like, "Oh, just let you know, there's a little bit of chili in it. I hope that's okay." And I'm like, "Should be okay, mate." It's just kind of funny, Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like this dude doesn't know what he's talking to. That's right.
yeah.
But you're sort of saying like you sort of jumped into the competition. What drove you to want to jump in that first time? Because you said you didn't really know that you had that kind of ability. What put you or thrust
So
you into that competition?
well, it's not true that I didn't know I have ability. I always like my family know that I have a strong um, tolerance to chili, but I just choose to not have chili daily. So I kind of know that I can eat chili, but I never eat that much. So when getting in the competition, I don't know if it's like a build up thing or and my life I only eat bird eyes, which is the most common in Viet cuisine. So I was like, oh, I can stand that, but the variety of chili in the competition is widely, right? So yeah, getting myself exposed to that, and it's like a learning process for myself. Can I eat that? But
Mm, mm.
because I only been in Australia for 8 years, coming 9 years
Only.
now.
that's,
Uh,
that's a while now.
but way back, it's interesting. Like, how do I know about this competition? Um, from a friend of mine. So when the first year I came to Melbourne, invited to my friend's house, my first Australian friend house, and their housemate work for a fertilizer company, and they have really amazing garden, and they have some chilies plants in indoor. And then I was intrigued by one of the very exciting looking chili. I think it's ghost chili I never seen before.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
asked
yeah, yeah, yeah.
them to give me one to try because I never
Mm,
had it before and I might be able to eat it fine. So I tried it and it was good. I could tolerate that. So one of the housemaid recommended I can go to this competition. So that's how I know that there's such a competition in Melbourne. But I
okay.
didn't decided to do it until 2024, which is I think 6 or 7 years after I knew about this.
Why do you think you sort of held off so long to do that? What was the reason you
I
reckon
don't
behind
know.
that?
I was very new to Australia. I was studying in uni and busy with work, and it's something in the back of my mind always
Mm,
until
mm.
that one year, 2024, when it it I saw the ad and it's close to my birthday.
Oh, really?
It was March, so I was maybe I do something fun this year for my birthday. So yeah,
Mm.
and that's when I do it. And that year is when I turned 30. So I was, oh
And
yeah,
you're
let's do
30.
something.
Wow, mate.
I'm 30.
Can I
I'm
just say
32.
I'm so jealous about how young you look. You're not 30, mate. You know, and like without trying to sound racist, I really do get jealous of Asian people and African people. Like they don't seem to age like ever, and then suddenly it's like 60, bang, like white hair, grey hair, and I'm like,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah, yeah.
us,
I
unfortunately,
got
where you're white and whatever,
yeah.
like you just get crow's feet and wrinkles and whatever. It sucks. You age really quick, and I think you're very fortunate. You've got really
Thank
young,
you.
youthful skin. I'm a bit jealous, mate, to be honest. Yeah. But look, a question I want to ask you, and again, without trying to sound racist, but like when you came over here, did you ever think that you would see this many white people messing with chili at this kind of level? Did you sort of go on, what are these like a chili competition with white people? Did you ever think, oh yeah, whatever, they're not gonna, this is not going to go very far. This will be a piece of cake. What was going through your mind when you thought about that or saw that?
I didn't really think about it that much, to be honest. I just my goal is to learn. Like I've learned so much about Chile at the competitions, and um yeah, I mean everyone's very like seeing them put themselves on the stage and go through, you know, a lot of pains, and they love the Chile so much. That's so inspiring for me.
Mm, mm.
And I learned about, you know, the Scoville, what do you call
Yeah,
Scoville
the Scoville scale. Yeah,
scale, that I didn't know
we call
before.
them Scoville heat units, SHUs. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the Scoville unit. Yeah.
that's right.
Um, and then so many different type of chilies that I never seen before or taste before. So it's awesome. Like I love it. I love to
Mm.
experience these
It's
different
funny.
things.
You're right with what you're saying there. I had no. If you asked me this stuff 8 or 9 years ago, before I started doing Burner Bites, I would have had no idea about how many varieties of chilies there were, how much there is to learn about it. There's so many different nuances and things about it. Like I think there's like roughly like 900 different major varieties of chilies, and then you've got like crossover and crossbreeds and whatever. And I'm like, damn, it's and hybrids and then mutations. And I'm like, oh my god, there is so many chilies and there's so many layers to what there is about chili. Like it's incredible to learn, and there's just so much to know. And then that's even before talking about growing them, how to grow them, how to get yields, and all this other stuff. There's all these disciplines to it, and it's wild that there's
Um,
whole communities out there that are like obsessed with growing the best chili, the prettiest chili, the hottest chili, the longest chili, the biggest. There's something for everyone. It's amazing, and I
Yeah.
thought it was really cool. And
Awesome.
when I sort of stepped into this, I never had any idea that it was anything like this, So that's sort of leaning into what I want to ask you next. Do your family and friends, what do they think of what you're doing with this? Do they just think this is like silly white people behavior, or are they just like, yeah, girl, go? Like, are they really proud, or they think you're crazy, or what do they think with what you're trying
Um,
to attempt here and what you do?
yeah, a lot of my friends didn't know that I can do this. Like I can eat a lot of chili like this. My mom knew it because growing up, she see me eat um, chili and have minimal reaction to it. Um, my mom actually visited me this time, and she was watching the competition, and she was
Yeah, I saw
cheering
her in the
so
crowd. Was
much
that her
for
you were
me.
hugging in the crowd with the
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
trophy?
The trophy. Yeah.
Speaking of, we've got the trophy. You want to show the trophy off to
Oh yeah,
the
I
people at
have it
home?
right here. It's so big.
Awesome. Well, we were just talking about trophies before. I'll just show the people and you. This is the trophy for the Australian champs. It's about a meter tall, and they've got the boomerang on the top. You get your name engraved if you win,
It's
and then in
awesome.
here, like it's the second place trophy. It's kind of just a little bit dwarfed by the first place, But obviously, with this trophy will come $2,500 cash. It's the highest paying chili competition in Australia and maybe even the world. Actually, I know I haven't seen anyone else
Wow.
give away $2,500 cash, but
Wow.
quite a bit of cash to be won. Does that excite you? Because like I know you got $1,000 at Melbourne. Did you ever think you're going to win so much money from chili eating?
No. No. Absolutely not. I remember I think the price in Victoria increased some years before, right? It was like $500 and then it's
Mm.
become 1,000. It's like wow. I couldn't believe that it could go that high for
You're like I got to get
chili
me a piece of this.
eating.
That's right. And so we were sort of talking about a little bit about backstage about how obviously being a female competitor is interesting in the mix because it seems like it's a real male dominated kind of sport or competition a lot of the time. One of the things that Sarah said, the WA Chili champ, that on the previous interview was that she's so thankful to be able to be like a role model to young girls and other ladies and girls and women out there. Do you feel like that's happening a bit with you as well, and in your circles and in
Absolutely.
Melbourne and Victoria?
Yeah. Um, and I'm so happy that Sarah is another girl at the competition. I'm not alone going to the
Mm,
Starwell. Looking forward to see her.
mm.
Yeah, I think I share the same feeling as Sarah, where um, there's a few girls in the crowd that cheering for me, and at one point, I was very nervous on the stage. I was like, I didn't know where to look and what to do. But there's a moment where this girl yelling and say, "Do it for the girls." And then I was like,
Absolutely. You're
okay,
like, yeah, the
I do
girls.
it for the girls.
Yeah. Oh,
And
mate, and you
yeah, I
sure did,
feel
didn't
so
you?
proud.
And like when you won and you lifted that trophy up, I just saw this crowd just like mob you and just surrounded, like short of picking you up, like it was amazing to see going,
It's
wow, like
amazing.
everyone just rallied behind you. And it was really strange as well to see that the previous champion got booed in compared to you. I don't know what the story was. I don't know if you guys had seen the competition. But with this, one of the rules, as you were aware, Gene, is that you're not allowed to leave the stage for whatever reason, right? Once you start, you can't leave. And we unfortunately saw poor Vince had to go to the bathroom. He had to do a number one. And he's like, oh, I gotta go. Like he's
Yeah,
just like,
poor guy.
he goes, I can't ignore this. I can't hold this in. And it was that moment where he's just sitting there going with the bucket, trying to get in the bucket but whilst at the same time going, sorry, girls, and a girl on either side and go, can you just look away? Kind of thing.
Oh
What,
no. Well, it
what
just
was going
proved
through your
that
head at
how
that point
much
in time?
he, yeah, how
Yeah,
much he wanted to stay into the end, right? Because he didn't
right.
want to leave. So.
And
Yeah.
even though it's a bit of a gross TMI moment, did you sort of respect him going, all right, this dude, he's in it. He really wants to win this, you know? Is that what's
Yeah.
went through your head, or what was going through your head when you saw that?
I was like, well, I didn't expect it, obviously, but I was like, oh, I know for sure this guy will push whatever to win this. So I knew that I had a very strong um, component, uh,
Opponent. Yeah.
opponent. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
opponent.
Yeah, no, because that's the thing that like Vince is weird in the sense that he has no real chili tolerance. He had to build on it last year, but last year he won just from sheer willpower. Like, and you can see the dude. He goes to the gym clearly. Like, you know, she's definitely not allergic to weightlifting. And the other thing I saw is the weirdest part about Vince. Sorry, excuse me. Is that
That's right.
he is your opposite in the consumption factor. You said yourself, the consumption factor is the thing that gets in your way. It's being able to fit it all in because, unfortunately, the obvious factor is that you're a lot smaller. You're a smaller human being, so therefore your stomach's a bit smaller. Therefore, you can fit a lot less in. But
Mm.
this Vince guy, I've seen him. He's literally a professional consumption eater. I've seen him eat 15 kilos of food in 10 minutes. Um,
Really?
yeah,
I
oh
didn't
yeah,
know that.
it's a
That's
frightening thing to watch
amazing.
because I know I'm not the smallest guy in the world, but I definitely can't eat 15 kilos of food in 10 minutes. I struggle to eat 15 kilos of food in a week. Like like that's a lot of food, you
Yeah,
know. So
could be a month for
considering
me.
that, yeah, what's that?
Could be a month for me to consume 15
Yeah, it's a
kilos
lot.
of
It's a
food.
lot of food, right? You know. So that being said, like we were talking a bit before backstage about the national comp and how it's coming up. But one of the things you've been aware of, and you've been aware of, if you're not aware of already, is that the national comp is 30 rounds. It's a lot of rounds over an extended period of time. Is that a worry for you? Is that a concern?
That would be a
And is there a
challenge for me.
yeah. And is there a strategy you're employing to try and counteract that? Is there something that Mean Gene's doing that's going to try and give you a bit more of an edge compared to Melbourne?
I think I'm gonna stick to go with the empty stomach to start.
Yep.
I don't know. It's 30 rounds seem a lot. Yeah, that's a worry
Oh
for
yeah,
me. But
it's a lot.
I'll
It's a
try
lot
my
for
best.
anyone. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. And this is not a stab at you. I'm saying it's 30 rounds is a lot for anyone. It doesn't matter what size you are and whether you're male, female, whatever. It is a lot of food to consume. So is that one of your biggest concerns going into this comp? Like, or
Yes, that and also the speed. So
mm, mm.
I, uh, my family know me for how slow I eat. I have to
No.
chew until the food
Mm.
is so small that I can swallow. Otherwise, I cannot. So
Why do you think that
that's
is? Why do you chew the food
because
so much to swallow?
I don't have enough saliva to swallow, and, and also the chili. Some of the chili, like uh, coral. What is the one?
Carolina River?
Yeah, Carolina
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Reapers. It's so dry. It's
Oh
so
yeah, you're not
dry.
wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just like
So
thin layer of paper, and it's just
yeah,
very hard to swallow for me. Yeah.
absolutely. Well, the interesting we sort of tried with the comp, we try to give it a bit of ebb and flow. Sort of like when you see a band live and they'll have like some high energy songs, some low energy songs, and it dips and goes and down, and it's sort of in waves. That way, the crowd doesn't burn out their energy all at once, kind of thing, or you're not depressed, because it's not all
Mm.
depressed, sad music. We do something similar with the comp where we sort of try to go hot, so go dry round, wet round, dry round, wet round, sort of. And that way, it's sort of giving you guys all the opportunity to sort of what's the word, lubricate the throat and the mouth a bit more, because we know, as you're saying there's a lot of moments where it can get the mouth a bit dry and the throat a bit dry. So
Yeah.
that could work in your favor with what you were just saying there, because a lot of we're gonna have a mixture of chilies and we're gonna have a mixture of products, and some of those products will be shots of hot sauce, right? Like we
Yeah.
were talking
Yeah.
before,
That
you're not
helps me a lot.
yeah. So that might sort of lubricate the process a bit and getting it down the mouth. Do you
Yeah.
feel like that's going to work in your favor a bit, or
Yeah, I think so. I think whenever there's that big green chili, that juicy one, I'm
long
really
greens?
happy. big, chubby green chili.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know the
Yeah,
name. I don't know. Sorry,
might be
but
poblano. I think the one you're talking about is poblano. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So it's more like capsicum like and has a lot of juice in it. So I'm
yeah,
happy having it sandwiched with others, and then the
mm,
shot. Yeah,
yeah.
my
Well,
technique is to drink the shot halfway, and then have the dry one, and then yeah, finish the
yeah.
shot
Well, the
sauce.
good thing about so you're sort of worried about the speed round, but the good thing is what's going to work in your favor is the speed round is not till round 30, and that's if more than one person gets to round 30. So you got to have two or more to trigger a speed round. But if you get there on your own, it's all you. You know, and speed's obviously not a factor because you can go num 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 and just sort of chew away and away you go. But that's the thing. That's the double edged blade. You could get there, and there could be other people at the top of the mountain with you, and they might be better at speed. Are you before the comp? Are you going to practice speed eating anything at all to try to get you a bit of a groove
Yeah,
on and get you some training in there?
yeah, definitely. I need to somehow trying to eat faster, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to
Mm,
train for it. I maybe just try with like very dry bread and eat in big
mm,
chunks.
mm. The other
Yeah.
thing I've seen as well is some people they're concerned about their consumption, so they train to eat more and more food with their like in their regular meals building up to the comp. So we're only got 30 days. We're getting really close to this comp now. Are you going to do something like that where you're going to try and increase your consumption a little bit so you can fit a bit more in for the comp?
Oh, yeah,
Because like that
yeah.
could, because you're saying before, this could be your defining
That's a
factor.
good
That could be the
strategy.
thing
Yeah.
between first and second. You know, you don't know, mate.
Yeah, stretch out my stomach. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's a good tip.
Because like that's one of the things I noticed with these consumption eater guys is I actually know Mini Zhang and Jay Webby can eat, and obviously Vince you've seen as well. They're all consumption eaters. They eat large, really large quantities of food. I've seen Mini Zhang. She ate like 12 kilos of food in like 10 minutes, which is
Oh my
bizarre.
god.
And Mini Zhang's 5 foot and she's thick. Like there's nothing on her. She's tiny, you know. And I one time I saw her eat a what was it? There was a chili chicken wing comp, and I think she ate was it 85 wings or something ridiculous in
Oh my
15 minutes.
god.
It was just obscene. It was an obscene amount of thing. And then like the comp went for
Where did
30
it
minutes.
go?
Yeah, well the comp went for 30 minutes, and she did that in 15. And then she
Oh
waited for
my
the
god.
person who's second place to try and catch up. And I think they ate about 45 or 55 wings in comparison, which is and in half an hour. And I'm going, that is phenomenal, insane speed eating, you know.
That's
So
yeah,
it sort of
incredible.
goes to show that like it's not impossible for a person of your size to train that into you a bit, you know, because she's 5 foot and like dare I ask how tall are you? Their
I
Jen?
think I'm similar to her, 5 foot.
5 foot, yeah.
One
Because
five
again,
three,
you're not the
one five
tallest person
three.
in the world, so that's going to be interesting. But then the other thing that I think is going to be interesting in the comp is one of the people you're facing is the South Australian Chile champion, Goran, who went to New Zealand, and he was easily the tallest person there. Like, he was just a gigantic human being with this ridiculously huge beard that goes all the way down to his belly button, I think. And does that feel a bit daunting, seeing having to go against someone like that in this comp?
Uh, yeah, for sure. I think yeah, I'll try my best because
No,
that's
that's all you
I
can do,
cannot
isn't it?
increase my size.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you say, I can train to eat a bit more, and hopeful that the person that I can go to the end route and could, you know, somehow win it. I don't know.
No. Hey, look, you never know. And this is the thing. And I want to remind every single competitor, like, don't ever feel like you're defeated before you walk on the stage. Not at all. Never, ever say die kind of thing. Because the thing is, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know how they're feeling, either inside their stomach, mouth, they're in their head. You don't know because, and I've always said this, and Sarah touched on this a little bit before when we were interviewing her, was that you're only as good as the day you compete, you know, and a lot of boxers say the same thing, like boxers, fighters, martial arts, whatever you name it. The point is that you're only as good as the day you compete because you might just have that one off day. Your stomach might feel a bit gross or yuck, or you didn't get enough sleep, or maybe you drank a little bit but too much the day before. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for you because you just said that you don't drink and stuff, mate.
No, I don't drink. Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm,
if there's
mm,
any alcohol in this competition, that will be a
mm.
struggle for me too.
Well, that's what we were saying
Um,
before. I think the only alcohol that's really
yeah,
in it is a tincture where it's going to be like a couple of drops on the tongue.
like
I think it's like
drops. Yeah.
three or so drops. So I think you reckon you can handle that?
Yeah.
Because I saw you
If it's
guys. You
not a
guys
whole
did a few.
shot, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I've seen you guys. You did a few drops in the Melbourne comp, right? Yeah,
I think
yeah.
so.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I think you can handle that. So look, will there be anybody cheering you on when you're at the comp there? Because I know one
My
person's you bringing one
partner,
person with you. Yeah,
yeah, my partner will go with me to the competition,
yeah,
which is a really big support. And I think my mom will be virtually there too.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and the rest of my friend and family will cheer for me at home.
So dare I ask, what does your partner think of this? Do they think you're an absolute lunatic, or they're just like, oh, it's just another thing that Gene does, or what do they think of this craziness?
Well, he didn't know. Well, I told him that I could eat a lot of well, I can tolerate spicy chili, but he didn't know what it means until he see me in the competition. So it was
Oh,
a
really?
surprise for him, and he's actually, yeah. So after the competition, he went home and did a lot of research. He loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he actually um encouraged me to go to this second one and and the national wise one too.
National comp. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome, mate. So that's what. So is he sort of like your manager now? Like, is he your PR guy?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Sort of. Fair enough, mate. So uh, well, a lot of people they've got different ideas and different disciplines of what they think, or what they enjoy with chili. Are you more into your products, or are you more into chilies? What do you gravitate towards, or what do you seem to enjoy more? Are you more a product girl or more of a raw chili girl kind of thing?
I think a bit of both. I do like chili sauce or like curry or the bean soup with chili. They call it chili soup.
Oh, is that chili con carne? Is what they call it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What
Um,
What did
I
you
do
think?
like that.
Yeah? Did you see the Northern Territory comp by chance? In Darwin?
Didn't
No.
no.
One of the one of the rounds in that comp was they called it chili con carnage, and it was a chili con carne with scorpion chilies mixed in, and each cup
Ah,
had the equivalent of one Trinidad scorpion in each one, and they were brutal. And like I had a cup full
wow.
of that, and I was like, wow, that is that lights you up, you know. Is that the kind of thing that you would like to try and gravitate towards? Like,
Yeah, if it's not in the competition, I really love food with chili in it.
mm.
Um, but if for the chili itself, I prefer capsicums. I think because a lot of
Right.
the hot
What do
chili
you mean?
doesn't taste good.
Yeah, I will agree with you. Like, yeah, once you get like scorpions and reapers, they just got that real pungent bitterness about them, don't they? You know, and they get
Yeah, it's
the burn around
bitter.
the throat, and it's not
Yep.
as enjoyable as like like Asian chilies and European chilies, where the Asian chilies feel like they're more around the front of the mouth and the tongue, and then European chilies are sort of more around the mouth and the tongue and whatnot. But those American chilies, the scorpions and the Carolina Reapers, they just seem to grab you by the throat. Oh, Up and Smoke Chili
Yep.
Reviews says g'day from South Australia. How you going, mate? You got any questions for Mean Gene from Melbourne? See what he says. That's right. Yeah, but is there a particular sauce or chili that you prefer or you go to? Like, is that any that you prefer?
Um, I really like that Melbourne hot sauce one. The I remember there's like mango flavor. I really love
Ooh,
that.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like I like the mild chili sauce,
because there's
not
sort of
like
more
the
flavor
top
to
notch.
it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
and
that's
a
fair enough. That's fair
sweetness to
enough.
it, and yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we were just sort of hey guys, so Halpert Smoked Chilies, he's currently in Belfast, Ireland. He goes, how do you go with all the consumption of these comps? Do you feel it in your stomach mid comp? There you go. There's a question for you, Mean Gene. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's more of the end of competition where I feel it with the rebirth one, that it's like you say, Phil, it's around the throat. I can
Yeah, the
feel
back of the
this.
throat and that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like burning. I think it's a bit more mild for me compared to others because I don't feel that much of a pain, but
Hmm.
it's minty and it's numbing in the throat, and you can feel when it's go down to the stomach. It's kind of like numbing there.
Numbing. Interesting.
But yeah, but I think I can tolerate them well.
He's just asked this
Once they
question.
hit
How
the
do you
stomach, it's fine.
Yeah. So up at Smoke Chilies, he's just asked, he's currently in Ireland, like I was saying. He goes, how do you think you'll go against our beast in South Australia, Goran, or they've nicknamed him Goza? How do you think you're going to go against him? Have you got any idea or expectations or pre-thought ideas about that?
Oh, I have no idea. Is he's the one that you say with the long beard and very
Yeah, the
tall?
really tall guy with a big long beard they won in South Australia and in New Zealand. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
What's your
know.
thoughts on competing against him?
It's very like it's tough to compete with someone like that, right? Like really
Hmm.
big guy that can eat a lot and do really well with chili. So I think I just do my best,
Hmm.
and who knows? Like maybe at the competition I beat him. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
look, at the end of the day, mate, look, again, you got to remind yourself you already defeated a person who is a professional consumption eater. You beat them. You already did, at Melbourne, right? Vince was a professional consumption eater. He was a really big guy, both like he's just solid in every direction, He's a big, staunch man,
Yeah, he is.
And like Garan's maybe only, I don't know, maybe a few inches taller than him or maybe a couple of or maybe a foot taller. I don't know. But the point is, you've already defeated someone who is a very, very large man who is excellent with huge amounts of food. Full stop. That it shows that you're capable. And that it's not that you're handicapped in any sense. It's that you're psychologically sort of a bit intimidated. Is that what it sort of feels like? Like
Yeah, yeah, like you
Yeah, and,
say,
and, and on that vein
scary
of,
a
of
bit.
thinking right now, the Up and Smoke Chili reviews is saying best way to get in your fellow competitors' heads is trash talk them. Have you got any ideas of some trash talk or things you're going to say? Like obviously we say in Australia, you talk a lot of shit and you talk shit to people and you try and psych them out. Have you got any strategies to do that at all? Or
Well, even though my name is Mean Gene, I don't know how to be mean. I don't know. Trash talking. Don't know. Maybe
don't know how to
someone
be
could
mean.
teach me at the competition. I'll
Well, you
learn
got
it.
you got about 6.5 hours in the Burn and Bites car when we pick you all guys up from
That's true.
the
Yep.
Sydney airport. So maybe they'll give you a bit of practice on the way.
I yeah.
So we were talking about like the training and prepping and conditioning the physical body. We're just sort of talking about trash talk and psyching people out. Have you got any like things that you're doing to train your mind and get your competition mindset right? Like, is there a thing that Mean Gene does before a comp that gets her into that mode that helps you focus or gets you game face? Like we've seen some people they said they're going to go to a dark place or they get a bit more animalistic and stuff like that. What is it that works for Mean Gene?
Um, to be honest, I get nervous quite easily. Like I got really like anxiety and yeah, really nervous before any big occasion or competition. So I try to calm myself down and just do the usual stuff and do meditation and just like treat it as an
To get all
experience.
zen.
So yeah, so I
Okay.
would
Is
come
is there
in
like
and
so does
just
that mean you sort of go to your happy place? Is that what you mean? Or what's the
yeah,
story?
almost like I just want myself the calmest it can be, and then because when I'm nervous, my stomach acid reflux, it's not
Ah,
helping.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right. All
if I'm
right.
calm,
And
and it'll
so,
be okay.
yeah, and look, the other thing as well, one of the things I noticed about like like if you told me that you were nervous up on that stage in Melbourne, I would have gone, "You're lying," because your
Really?
face, you look completely composed, mate. You look so composed. Some people they call that a poker face. Like you play poker before.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Poker
the aim of the
face. Yeah.
game, yeah, the aim of the game is to win and whatever. And some people will hide how they're actually feeling behind a face of going, and they're all composed and whatever. And it felt like
Yeah.
you had that in Melbourne. Like if you felt at all distressed in any way, it did not show at all. You know, is that something you're going to try and bring to the competition as well? Like you might be nervous
Yeah.
inside, but you're just going to go
Mm,
poker face. You know, like is that
yeah.
what's
I
not a
try
problem?
to stay cool, I guess. Like, um, because I don't know how to react as well with
Mm.
the cheering up the crowd, and the hype and stuff. So I just try to stay just, as you say, poker face, or just, yeah, calm.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. And so look, for we were saying before, you said you feel a little bit like a role model to girls and obviously women and ladies and stuff like that, in this kind of thing. What advice would you give to people that are wanting to try doing what you're doing? Like, what would you say to someone that's going to attempt to jump in one of these comps or go from amateur to maybe even attempt to go pro? What advice would you give to them?
I would say go for it. If you feel like you want to do it, you're interested in the competition, just do it, because I didn't know what happened if I join, and who gonna show up, how strong is my competitors. But just show up, enjoy the experience. You might get the trophy home, you might not, but you learn a lot, you experience amazing chilies, then that's a win for you.
Absolutely. So just do your best. Don't be
Yeah,
afraid.
go for
Give
it.
everything a crack. Yeah, absolutely.
because it,
Because like, oh,
because
yeah,
because I
yeah,
think, before I do it, I didn't know that I can. So the only way to find out if you can do it, just do it. Like,
absolutely. I
yeah.
completely agree with that. Because like the thing is, at least once every competition or stream, I will always have someone come and go, "Oh, are they gonna die? Are they gonna be okay? Are people gonna go to hospital?" And I'm like, uh, they're all adults. They're all over 18. They've signed waivers. And like the only reason you could possibly have any complication if you have any heart issues, if you're pregnant, if you're under 18, or if you have an allergy to chili. But clearly, all the competitors in the national comp, clearly you've already been in competitions. You've done chili challenges. You've eaten some really psychotic, extreme stuff. So it's not like any of you guys are going to die. And it's just testing your sort of your ability to the max in the sense that like how the Olympics will test the people's how far they can go, what their ability is, and like what their limit is. I feel like the whole point of the design of this national comp, these Strangely Champs, is similar, where it's testing people's limits. How far can a human being
Mm.
go with chili products, with extracts, with capsaicin crystals? Is that sort of how you feel about this comp as well? You want to test yourself and see how far you can go and what your ability is like.
Yeah, that's right. I think, because there's so much about chili I didn't know. I thought I knew something, but then when I attend this competition, I realized I didn't know anything. So that's inspired me to participate in the competition, to learn more and to explore my ability, and to see other amazing people that push through the limits and do the best. And yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
Well,
gonna be
speaking of,
good.
here is one of your competitors here. This is Travis, aka the Bear,
Hi,
and
Travis.
he's the Canberra Chili champion. So he's saying hello there. Yeah, you got anything to say to Trav? You got anything to say to Mean Jean before you take her on that stage in Sawtell, mate? Um, well, we're talking on the topic. So what's in the future for Mean Jean after this comp? Like, have we got any idea of what you're going to do with your life or a certain direction, or are you going to do some more stuff with Chilli or Chilli themed things? Oh, there's Chilli
Um,
Sauce Studios. Hello.
I'm not sure. I'm sure love chilies, but yeah, it's I think it's more of like a experience for me, a hobby. But who knows? Maybe in the future, if something kick in and it's the right time, I could do something with it. But yeah,
Mm. Well, Travis
not
just
at
said
the
they're keen
moment.
as, but always excited to see how everyone goes. Yeah, because Trav, he's won the Canberra champs a couple of times in a row now, and he was supposed to compete last year, but unfortunately he was doing a course in the AFP. I think it's the Australian Federal Police or something like that, and
Right.
he couldn't get out of it. And sorry, Trav, I said ADFA last year. I meant Australian Federal Police, AFP. And he couldn't get out of the course, so the second place person had to go take his place. So now he's like,
I see.
finally, it's my time to shine, kind of thing, you know. So I've got a feeling Trav's going to try and bring his A game. I'm not try. He's going to bring his A game for sure. Have you got any words, some fighting words, or what you want to say to your fellow competitors before the competition? Have you got anything to say, like sort of look out kind of thing, or what do you want to say to your fellow competitors before you take them on?
I don't know. Like, oh, uh, I'm looking forward to see everyone at the competition, and yeah, I'll do my best to defeat you. But if you win, I cheer for you.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, last and not least, do you want to say any shout outs to any family or friends or sponsors or whatnot that you want to shout out to before we wrap this up for tonight?
Yeah, I want to say thank you for organizing this amazing competition. I really enjoy the competition in Victoria, and very, I'm so proud that I could represent Victoria to go to the national competition too. Looking forward to see everyone, and yeah,
Trav just says
that's
he
it.
goes, he's definitely bringing his A game. Well, thank you, mate. You're absolutely welcome. Yeah, no, it's my absolute pleasure to bring a whole world of different chili heads together and give people a platform to be able to compete, because like there just wasn't any competition on this kind of level before, and I'm really proud to be able to give you guys the opportunity to show off your skills, because like we're just sort of saying before, there's an Olympics, there's extreme sports, there's all these other things where people go, oh, why would you do chili competitions? It's silly. And I'm like, there's so many ways you can compete in a sport and die. why can't you compete in a chili? Like, why can't you compete in a chili
That's very
competition,
true.
on a professional level? There's so many other ways to be in pain or hurt or die possibly or flirt with death. Why not? Right? Why isn't there a sport or a full-on competition for chili competitors in Australia and the rest of the world? There should be. Everyone should have the chance to show off their talent and their skills and their abilities. And I'm
I
proud
agree.
to be
Yep.
able to let you guys do that. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for your amazing work, Phil.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Gene. All right, well, we'll let you go, Gene. You have an awesome night. Thank you so much for joining us. What? Oh, chili sauce distributors, and then there's Chili Phil. Thanks. That's chili sauce distributors from South Australia. All right, well, we'll let you go, Gene. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you very soon on the stage at the Australian Chili Champs. You have a great night, mate, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Thanks. Thank you.
See you,
Bye.
mate. Oh, sorry, say that again. Sorry, you wanted to say goodbye.
No,
I
I
didn't
say
mean to cut
goodbye.
you off. See you, buddy. Have a great night.
You
All right, Spice Legends. Well, thank you so much for joining us, any of you. I hope you guys have an awesome night. You enjoyed that one. Not very long away is our Australian Chili Champs. I think it's like 30 days left. It's not long left. It's a month or less till our Australian Champs. It's one hell of a competition, 30 rounds of the craziest, most brutal stuff you've seen people put in their mouths in Australia. Wow, we've got 8 competitors from every state and territory in Australia, the best of the best, competing against each other to be the Australian Chili Champion and $2,500 richer, with, like we saw before, their name etched on a 1 meter tall trophy on the golden boomerang forever. So there's a lot at stake. There is a lot to win. There's a lot to fight for. There's a lot to deal with to get there, but they have to make it there, Spice Legends. So not very long, we have our interviews for the rest of the Chilli competitors that are going to be in our comp. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. But for now, we have to say, keep calm, be